Hi, folks, and welcome to the CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Kevin Bryant. Today we have water polo, and not just any water polo game, Saline, Skyline. I'm going to run over to the table and join Pete for the call of the game. Don't go anywhere. The CTN Sports Game of the Week is up next.
And welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Pete Poirier along with Kevin Bryant. We've got women's water polo. The Saline Hornets visiting the Skyline Eagles. And we are underway in the pool. Race to the center of the pool. Won by Skyline.
Pete, is it kind of dark in here? It seems like the lights aren't all totally on. I know on TV we could brighten it up, but inside here it seems a little dark.
It's as dark as the episode 3 of Game of Thrones.
Oh. Luckily, I haven't seen any seasons of those.
Oh.
I'm waiting for that time where I can just go ahead and rapidly watch them all together. Binge watching.
Turnover
right?
in the pool.
Pete, these are
way out high.
These records may be a little, misleading. Skyline, they've mercied Pioneer twice this year. They nearly lost to them in the last match just a couple days ago. Saline, on the other hand, their record isn't as good. They've been playing stellar. So these two teams are going to be facing each other 1 and 2 in the district. So we're going to see a fantastic match tonight, buddy.
It's kind of a tune-up for the playoffs, eh?
It really is. And both teams really want to win that top seed.
So something to play for in the pool tonight.
Oh, there you go. Folks, we have Pete Poirier back on the mic. Oh, what a block there. I think that was Lindsey Kane in there for the Hornets on that block.
Well, Kevin, you and Nick have been doing a great job filling in for my absence. I've been touring the Scandinavian countries, doing a little play-by-play up in the Great North.
Well, we thought you were, we had seen you on that one, I think it was the Olympic Channel, and it was the curling that we were watching. Let's take a quick look at this replay on this block first, though, by Kane. Just on the doorstep, Pete. Watch how fast her reaction is coming over with that left hand.
And you see that she kind of came across her body to block that, which is a little unusual. You think you'd use the hand that where the ball, the side that the ball's on.
Yeah, play side ball.
Yeah.
And that's the one of the biggest things when you're looking at these two teams is the experience in the net. Kane's been in the pool a lot longer than Allie Tracy. She's only a freshman for the Eagles. But talking with Coach Lindsay before the game, Tracy is really starting to live up to what all of her size and all of what people are thinking she's going to turn into as far as a netminder for the Eagles for the next 3 years.
Yeah, well, you got to be. I think you got to be pretty good to get on a varsity team as a freshman in any sport. So it really says something
That was an errant shot there by Madison Denninger. Denninger, of course, is the cog for the Eagles. She was our player of the game our first time we had the Eagles on the – let's just see this. Watch this. She's even just passing to herself there, Pete.
And just right on the crossbar. Got it past the goalkeeper.
Well, she showed you everything right there. She showed you defense. She showed you she's passing to herself and a little pirouette before the shot.
A little spin move.
Yeah.
Well, 3:45 to go here in period number 1.
Well, just like two good teams, a lot of defense in this match so far. No one's finding the back of the net. And the Eagles, I would say, have had the best opportunities. Oh, there's a lot of fighting going on up under the water there. A lot of wrestling.
The referee's whistle.
I think that was going to be a quick timeout. You heard the air horn inside the gym here. Sometimes you can't hear or see the coaches scream for a timeout, so they supplied them with air horns to alert the officials.
Well, there's a lot of ambient noise when you've got water and all the sound waves bouncing off of it. It really reverberates in these pool areas, so it really makes it louder than it actually is.
Especially for those kids out there in the water, too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they not only have headgear on, they have something over their ears as well to slow down the play, to alert everyone that it has been a stoppage of play.
Well, no score as of yet. 3:28 to go in the first period.
You could always follow us on all of our social medias, Pete. YouTube.
Subscribe.
Oh,
now.
man. You need to. We want more and more viewers so you can tell us what you'd like to see. And the only way you can do that, folks, is you have to hit that button and subscribe. Plus, you're going to get some notifications of any time that we're putting out new programming, not just with CTN Sports.
Oh, well, then you can always comment in the comment section to say, hey, we want this sport, or we want that sport, or we want more of this sport.
Well, we always get those. I mean, it's usually abundance of, hey, we want more Pete Poyer and less of that Kevin and Nick. Especially Nick. Ugh.
The check's in the mail, Kevin.
Nice. Well, this quick timeout, this early timeout has to be called, and I think it was called by the Eagles. It has to be, we have to set up something on the offensive end. We've had a couple opportunities. Let's take our time and find the back of the net.
They've had a couple of close calls so far, but have not been able to cash in as of yet.
And both teams have been playing clean. I know that it looks like Saline, nope, I thought someone was going to the penalty area on this restart, but both teams are at full strength.
Looks like Saline was the one that called that timeout.
So let's keep an eye on 15, Annika Olsen. She's right now making her way to the hole, and that's Saline's top player as far as getting goals in that net.
Well, working it in there is a shot from way out. Stopped.
I think that was Edwards, Grace Edwards on the shot.
Indeed.
You saw Tracy, Aaliyah Tracy in the net there. She's doing a great job as a freshman.
Well, Skyline down at the other end. There's a pass into the hole, and well defended. Looks like that was Ella Sadler on the defense there for
and you can see this.
Saline.
You look at Grace Edwards, just she's deking, but a great job by Tracy in the net. Did not fall for any of it, Pete.
Got to correct that. That was Sydney Anderson in the hole for Saline, making that defensive play. We want to give credit where credit's due.
Always. There's another good stop by the Eagles. Eagles have to do a good job, a better job, I should say, Pete, of keeping that ball clean. Those balls are hitting the water, and you're not having any type of quickness of the offense. It's slowing it down when it hits the water.
Well, I think Saline so far has done a pretty good job defending that Skyline offense as well.
Not even, I mean, both sides doing a great job of defense, because you can see where the teams are just swallowing a possession because there really nothing is going on as far as the net is concerned.
No opportunity and running out of time on the shot clock.
And both teams, Pete, you can see, aren't taking penalties where someone's going into taking a man advantage. The double whistle.
Oh, Saline's mid-pool, and we're under 10 seconds on the shot clock already. They're unable to work it down at all.
Well, a great job of Allison Locke for the Eagles of shadowing Olsen and not allowing her to see any open Saline Hornet to find. You see Olsen there battling Locke up top. Those two 15s, they look like they're doing synchronized swimming there to locked in.
Well, it's in the near corner here. Ella Sadler holding on to it. 10 seconds on the shot clock, trying to work it into the middle there. Being fought for. Great defensive effort there by Allison Locke once again.
Boy, you can hear the Saline coach, Nathan Barrett, just screaming out defensive calls. Really setting up his team. Did that make it in?
It was wide of the post.
Okay. From our vantage point, it almost looks like it's right in there.
It's just sitting on the outside of the net, kind of hanging there.
Let's see here on a replay how close it gets to going in. Oh, there's a good defense by the Hornets again. That's Elizabeth Burchot coming back in with the steal.
And that will end period number 1. No score here on CTN's Game of the Week. Take a quick break and be right back with period number 2.
Did you know that CTN welcomes the members of the Ann Arbor City Council to Ward Talk?
What is the interest of the community? What is the turnout?
On the third Wednesday of every month, a different representative from one of the city's 5 wards joins us in the studio to discuss matters important to the people and government of Ann Arbor.
The push to educate the community about the importance of this, it's not to be punitive at all. It's a really good thing.
Remember to join us for a new episode every third Wednesday of the month. We want to hear from you. Email us at ctn@a2gov.org. Attention, Ward Talk. You can also follow CTN and ask questions on Twitter at twitter.com/CTN in Arbor. We will make sure to include your questions.
Submit your questions for the next episode of Ward Talk by emailing ctn@a2gov.org or visiting our Twitter page at CTN Ann Arbor.
I want to go running.
But my stumpy arms are best suited for browsing a2gov.org/CTN. For real, check us out at a2gov.org/CTN.
Okay, Bob, we got it.
We've got women's water polo. Skyline at, Saline at Skyline. No score as of yet.
Wow, that
apparently there's
really
some
working.
fog in here. They have a foghorn going.
That's a little different. All right, let's see who's going to win this swim off.
The race to the center of the pool for possession of the ball. Won by Skyline.
Looks like that was Allison Locke getting over, shoving the ball back over to Madison Denninger. Right away, Pete, you can see how the Eagles initiated their offense a lot faster, got that ball down into the hole with more than 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Working really hard to get into the center. There's a quick shot, defended away. Another nice block by Lindsey Kane for the Hornets.
Balls, you can see this great anticipation. It looks like we're going to get a restart with the ball staying on the side of the Eagles.
The ball hit the end line there past the goal. So it stays Skyline possession. Another nice save.
Audrey Cook in there for the Hornets, doing a good job of work on Ella Sadler. And the Eagles pressing now.
Well, it'll be 3 straight possessions at this end of the pool for the Eagles.
There's a nice cut into the lane. Oh,
another nice block.
and watch this cut. Good lead pass. And again, you can see the Eagles passing the ball to themselves. Just not a quality shot. Fast shot, though.
A long shot.
Pete, all this defense is really not allowing those offensive attackers to get anything on their efforts to the net. You can see it right there where you have players just getting submerged. A lot of wrestling going on.
Well, and there remains to be seen the rest of this match. Who makes the right adjustments at the right time?
Well, both teams are playing stellar defense and not going overboard and getting themselves into a penalty situation. A lot of movement now with the Hornets sending 2 people inside. A lot more movement here, Pete.
Trying to move the ball back and forth. It's knocked away. Race for it. And Saline will keep possession.
Shot.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. A little bit of a whiff there, looked like, on that an attempted shot.
Yeah, Sydney Anderson tried to get the ball, but she was trying to rush. And as opposed to taking her time, she really couldn't get a good grip on that the ball there. I've never seen a water polo match this slow. You know, I mean, the defense on both sides have really stagnated the swimming up the pool. You're not seeing a lot of outlet passes, and you're seeing some errant shots that are leaving the pool.
Kevin, what's amazing about this is all this great defense is being played, but not a lot of fouls.
Not a lot.
They've only called 2 so far.
Exactly. And it may be a combination of the refs letting these players play a little bit more freely, let them get away with a little bit of stuff, but you haven't seen anyone go in the hole. Or go to the penalty box, I should say.
Well, Saline has certainly played a little bit different type of offense, more on the perimeter than Skyline has. Skyline's played kind of a more traditional type of offense with that player camped out in the hole right there, right in front of the net. And Saline has played more of a perimeter game, not so much down right in front of the net.
Well, when speaking to Coach Godick before the game, she was mentioning how she thought that Saline would be the team that would pepper in the net. If she was coaching Saline, she said that's what I would do if they had an inexperienced person in the net. But
another great defensive play there.
That defense is just so good in front of Tracy. There's not many shots finding. It's way too Tracy to block her do anything. Let's take another look at this shot. And it's good defense, Pete. You can see that. He just takes it right out of her hand.
That's Grace Edwards for Saline there, yeah.
Here's Locke on a quick turnover. She jumped that pass. And now we got an odd man breakout, but look at how fast Annika Olsen is catching back up. Wow.
That opportunity was snuffed out fast.
Diniger looking over at the official, wondering when they're going to blow that whistle. There's a lot of contact outside the water, and no foul blown. Look at this. Watch all this contact. It's 2 hands. 1 hand went up on the neck, and there's 2 hands on her, even on the pass. I can say one thing about these refs. They've been consistent. And that's all you want as a player, right? You want to know what's going to happen. That way you can adjust yourself to what the action has been like. Do we have a stoppage of play?
It looks like Skyline took timeout.
And you know what?
Teams side of the pool get their instructions from their respective coaches.
Final 150 of this period, Pete. It would have to be a conversation for both sides about let's maybe design one play. Let's get something to end this first half that we can carry into the second.
Certainly the Saline coach looks a bit frustrated with his players.
Well, he's really trying to explain something to him. He's being
driving the point home.
I was going to say something similar, but yeah, that's Coach Burnett. 12-6 the Hornets are this year. They're going to be hosting the districts in their own pool. So they definitely would love to come out on top here to get that #1 seed.
Well, and they want to win this match to have a springboard into the playoffs too.
Always there's a psychological advantage when you're facing that same opponent maybe down the road if you beat them in the regular season. I get what you're saying.
Right.
I wonder how much the defense is fatiguing these players, because you see on both sides there's only 2 players on benches. So, it's not something that you can go to the bench for either coach and say, I got a reserve I can put in there. You just don't have a lot of folks that these coaches can turn to. And we've known that this year. The water polo, a lot of the schools in Ann Arbor have only a varsity program because of the numbers.
Right. But even so, they're still all very highly rated.
Very well. The coaching
Yeah.
in this area is just it's outstanding. That's the best opportunity yet, but look at that defense. Oh, and he gets in there.
Skip shot and a goal. Allison Locke with goal #1 of the match, and Skyline takes the lead.
Little bounce shot here. I mean, and she had to earn it, right? Look at all of that defense that was going on, and that's the only spot that ball could have gotten into. A great skip shot.
Absolutely. That came at 1 minute and 21 seconds to go until halftime. Well, finally we have a team on the board.
Well, that was a great time out there by Skyline. Come out, set a play like we were talking about.
Like you just said, yeah, exactly, Kevin. You called it.
You could see on that play how Annika Olsen is the person that all the Eagles are looking at. As she went towards the hole, that opened the shot lane up for Sydney Anderson. Here comes Locke once again.
Being defended.
A little bit too much contact going on there. A little give and go action right back into the hole.
That's Olsen defending.
Pass it out, pass it back, nothing.
Running out of time. Finally gets a shot off, and save made by Kane.
Olsen did a great job of pushing Locke out of her comfort zone until she release that shot, but she was too far out and gave the netminder Kane a lot of time to see what was coming her way.
There's a shot and a score. Saline gets on the board. Sydney Anderson with the goal, and it's knotted at 1.
Well, you're really going to like Anderson because she's a tricky lefty. She comes out of the water, and she's really a long shot there. That has to be almost 15 meters, Pete. And watch this shot, just right over the outstretched fingertips of Tracy.
Well, under 10 seconds to go till halftime. Skyline gets a desperation shot off, but defended away by Kane. And we'll head to halftime with our CTN Sports Game of the Week, tied at 1. Saline 1 and Skyline 1. back to CTN Sports Game of the Week. We're in period number 3, just about to start here. We're knotted up at 1. And it's been really a defensive battle most of this match.
All the way up until the final 2 minutes, and that's when we got both goals. I mean, one precipitated from the Eagles calling a timeout, and they come in and put the ball in the back of the net. And the Hornets, right after that, they come right back up the pool and do a job themselves with Sydney Anderson. Just 25 seconds left in that second period.
And third period just about to start. We are underway.
Wow, Denninger, she flew up to that ball from the Eagles.
Skyline will head down, get their first offensive set of the second half.
Well, you can see Lindsay Goldick has really pressed her offense down inside that 15-meter line. Everyone is really inside. Didn't help out, though, because you could see the Hornets coming in on the steal there, Eleanor Smith. You can see here, Pete, Eleanor Smith coming in and just beating out on the help out right here. Just give me that.
And they've been doing a good job helping each other out the whole match. There was a shot. Looked like they were trying to surprise Tracy there.
Yeah, Audrey Cook with a strong shot that was low. It was almost going to be a skip shot, I think, and just undershot it. I wonder if the coaches are going to start working on the officials, because we haven't seen any penalties where someone's going over in the sin bin.
The shot clock expires there. Saline possession.
Eagles doing a great job of marking their man. You can see there's no one really swimming open. And here's a good outlet pass.
A little bit of a breakaway for Skyline. There's the shot to the far corner, a little bit high off the crossbar.
Guevara on the outlet on that shot, and it looked like she really could have just shot that ball the first time as opposed to gathering herself up and allowing the defender to come back in. More help defense. You can see the Hornets aren't bashful about leaving their man and coming over and helping out. Cook has to throw the ball out before she can turn and shoot.
The Hornets with just about 5 seconds to spare.
There's the outlet.
More good defense. That one by Locke.
Enrique Shakespeare on the breakaway.
Point blank. Save made by Kane.
Well, Kane blocked it, but she didn't hold on to the ball, so you could see where Ella continued to go for the ball right here. And
almost like a little bit of a rebound.
Yeah, almost of a penalty by the goalkeeper, too. That elbow was flinging towards the face. And you can see Locke, she is just going after that ball over Olsen. Good defense by Denninger. There's a turnover. They got to get the ball up pool. You see Denninger, she's sprinting out there.
Sending it a little bit to the left, picked up by Skyline.
Smart to pass it back out.
And a quick shot off the upright.
Is this an elbow, Pete? Would you call that? Whoa.
That's...
I mean, got to go slow on that one, guys. Let me see this one real slow. That's intentional, my friend.
The flying elbow. Courtesy of WWE.
Good job on that replay, guys. Well, that's usually the stuff that is up under the water.
Right.
I mean,
the stuff you don't see.
Yeah. Just a little bit too far on that outlet pass from Locke.
You know, if you're really watching these girls in the pool, you can tell they're really well coached. Their defensive technique is, on both sides, is fantastic.
Well, and as you say that, we get a timeout call. But, I mean, Pete, the skill set for not getting these fouls and the way that they've played, you're right. I mean, it is total coaching because you got a young roster when you only have 2 seniors on the Eagles. But they're playing well above that. They're playing right up to that 18-2 record.
Well, it was just a short 4 years ago that they won a state championship in water polo.
That little replay there, he's showing Guevara coming back in, the sophomore, a little bit hands-on to Kane after that elbow Kane slung at a little before that. And that's just what you were mentioning, Pete. There's some history in this pool.
Yeah. All it took was me to look up.
That's just what you do. I mean, you make the simplest things.
Noticing the obvious.
Well, no, you
Thanks,
take the
Kevin.
simple things and you make them great. Tony the Tiger great.
I have to get my Frosted Flakes.
Hey, that's right down the street, right? Kellogg's?
Yeah.
That used to be a great field trip. Yeah,
I never went.
I had growing up in the Ann Arbor Public Schools, that was one of those field trips you used to take. And you go to, there's a couple. I used to love going to Jiffy. Going down to
Chelsea
gym,
Milling,
yeah, and they give you these little boxes, and it wasn't the cornbread, even though I love cornbread right now. I can eat cornbread right now. You got any cornbread? Because I could eat some
but
right
I
now.
could.
All right,
yeah.
all right. But they would make the cupcake stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
little
remember,
cake mixes.
Oh yeah, I love those. But there's nothing like going out to going out to Kellogg's.
Well, let me tell you, 1 year I got my kids a case each of assorted Jiffy mixes.
Oh, yeah?
So cornbread, cake mixes, muffin mixes. It was really affordable.
Did they have that little, the small oven, or you let them use the real oven?
Oh, I'm talking about when they were older.
Oh, okay.
This is just a few years ago.
Oh.
Because all my kids are grown.
Oh, that was a Christmas present?
Yeah.
Man, you're a dad.
Yeah, it was, well, you know, give them something to eat, you know.
You're nice.
Especially the boy. The boy's got to eat. I mean, he's 6.5 feet tall. You know, you got to give him something.
Well, you've been feeding him. All right, now. That was a long time out there.
Yeah, we wended our way through a bit of a conversation, didn't we? 2:45 to go here in period number 3.
Good defense
no
by
score
Sadler.
In this third period.
The
Again,
senior.
Great defense being played by both teams.
Well, you know, and it's you could see how good pass and
right out in front, point blank, and Skyline cashes in.
That was all precipitated by Madison Denninger. The pass was spot on. Watch this pass. Boom. So
right to
good.
Allison Locke.
Well, Locke didn't even notice it, but she still had enough time. The pass was so good to turn, find it, gather herself, and then shoot it in the back of the net. Every time we get a timeout, we got a goal coming in, and when the Eagles call timeout, they must be doing something nice over there.
You know what that tells me is that the players really listen to the coach.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Very good point.
They take what the coach tells them and they execute it.
Well, they come into this pool every day and they look up on the wall like you did. And they saw those championship banners up there. Why not listen to the coach?
I'm just thinking, I want to get me one of those.
Are you going to take that down?
No.
I mean, you're
me
tall.
Personally, I'm speaking for the girls.
Oh, okay.
Saying they're looking up there thinking, I want one of those.
Nice. Well, there is a lot of records on this wall. Just 90 seconds remaining here in this third period. This game is flying by. We still have not heard a double whistle, Pete.
There's a quick shot. Partly deflected by Tracy and partly by the crossbar.
You can see how on this replay. Yeah,
Very close to going in.
Yeah, but her arms, I mean, they're right at the top of the post there.
Under a minute to play here in period number 3. That's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna have to come up with something quick. There it is. And off the corner where the crossbar and the upright meet.
Well, Kane has
as well.
Good timing, right? I mean, she's popping up right at the top of the net at the right time.
Pass into the hole. And that is over everything. Touched by the goalkeeper, though, so it'll stay on this side of the pool. Hornet possession.
No, this is a moving clock, so they're going to have to hurry up. Oh, there's a mistake.
Seconds ticking down.
They're going to call that a goal for number 4, Grace Edwards.
Hornets tie it up at 2 with just 3 seconds to go in the third.
Well, this ball, Pete, was just inches away, and Tracy could not reach her big paw out and get it. The ref was watching and just could not watch. All right, here we go.
Looked like it was off her hands, off the upright, and then into the back of the net.
And you can see the rotation of the ball. Good job. The rotation was coming left to right, so it was kind of trying to rotate outside of the net area. Watch this. It's rotating, rotating, rotating. It had already been called a goal at that point, though.
And that'll do it for the third period. Each team scores a goal. We're tied at 2 here on CTN Sports, Game of the Week.
PEG TV. Public, education, and government television programs reflect the specific interests and diversity of local communities. You've probably watched it without really knowing what it is or how it benefits you directly. Each community has its own personality, its own style, its own priorities, its own obstacles and needs. And one thing each community has in common is not just the need for its own voice, but access to the means to express it. PEG TV provides that. PEG TV channels are non-commercial and combined nationally deliver more original, locally made shows than all commercial television stations combined. PEG TV delivers entertaining, informational programs for everyone: seniors, youth, parents, educators, consumers, and in some areas delivers multilingual programming for ethnic communities. PEG TV also provides vital election coverage, public safety, and emergency information specific to where you live. Standard programming often includes council and commission meetings, public service announcements, and informational bulletin boards. Special interest programming often includes local festivals, parades, concerts, talk shows, magazine-style shows, and other programs unique to your village, your township, your city, and your neighborhood, which are often overlooked by commercial media programming. In many communities, PEG TV provides the only coverage of local government. Without PEG, it can be difficult for citizens to stay informed about local government issues and events. Your community has a voice, and that voice is speaking to your subdivision, your streets, your senior citizens, your property, and your family's safety, and it's speaking to you. Please learn more about this valuable resource. Tune in to your local PEG channels, then give the following websites a visit. Remember, we are your voice. PEG TV, public education and government television. Your voice, your community, your PEG.
And welcome back to CTN Sports Game of the Week. We're going to take a quick look at that second goal by Saline. that tied it up here on the replay.
That was close.
Very close.
I mean, because you got it going off the outside of the net, really on the corner of the post, right?
Right.
And so the corner of the post should be a ricochet coming away from the net area. You saw the rotation of the ball going away, and Pete, you even pointed out the official near side was walking away from the net, kind of paused, looked back, and said that was good. That's a huge goal. With only 3 seconds left. Wow.
I would say our replay is a bit inconclusive.
Yeah,
I mean, it remains a goal, even if it went to replay?
I guess so. I mean, they don't go back and change it, but we have some definitive evidence that really questions the validity of it. Validity?
Validity, yes.
Is that it?
You're right on the money, Kevin.
Well, it's the word of the week.
That toilet paper I got you is really working wonders, isn't it? The vocabulary stuff. Nice.
So all we're waiting here for is really for the Eagles to call a timeout, and then we'll get a goal. And then Skyline,
and
then Saline will come back and score a goal too.
Right after a timeout.
Right after. Oh, Denniger's got this one. This is going to be trouble.
Her rush down the pool was halted, but another really nice drop pass into the middle. Spin move, shot, and defended by Kane. Just a little slow on pulling the trigger on that shot.
Well, never giving up was Elizabeth Brashad for the Eagles. For the Hornets. She comes back into the play and really caused Guevara to slow down and gather herself before making a shot attempt.
Oh, that was deflected by the defender and past the goalkeeper for a Saline goal. And they take the 3-2 lead.
And that was Eleanor Smith who'll get credit at number 9 there with the goal.
I think Allison Locke tips this ball, though.
Okay. So.
There it is, tipped and past the goalkeeper on the deflection. It's tough. You can't tell Allison Locke to not defend.
Nope. Got to do that every time.
Yep. First goal we've had this match without a timeout preceding it.
Or a counter punch, because every time the Hornets have scored, it's been after the Eagles.
Well, we'll see if the Eagles can respond. Down a goal in their home pool.
It'd be interesting to see if the Hornets change up their philosophy as well on once they gain possession and start working clock.
4:50 to go in the match. Hornets possession.
Eagles, they do have 3 timeouts remaining, so we could, if the bench of the Eagles feels they can, dial something up, they will. They've done it. Uh-oh. Timeout, Skyline.
Indeed it is, Skyline timeout. So let's see a goal, shall we?
Yeah, and the 2 players I would keep an eye on is Locke, but Denninger. Denninger is the fastest one in the pool for the Eagles. You can see, there's Denninger right up front, number 3. But I would use her, give and go. We talked with her after one of the games where she was the player of the game. She's speaking about how they work a lot on give and go passes. And she's the one that will be giving and getting it back. So let's take a look at that.
And Locke is the goal scorer for both goals for Skyline. So they can kind of use her as a bit of a decoy, hand her the ball, have the defense come to her, and then she quickly throws it back. and Denninger's got to dump it in the net quickly.
Well, you can see right there the plays are getting drawn up, and you can work camera work right in there on the clipboards.
Nice.
But you can, just like you were saying, Pete, I'm guaranteed we're going to see some type of action where the ball's going inside and coming back out. Draw the defense, find the open player, and then get a quality shot. Eagles, they still have 2 remaining timeouts, so even if they're not successful on this possession, they can still come back in and slow the action down and set a play.
Right. Well, let's both teams are back into the pool. Let's see what the Eagles have cooked up after their timeout.
See Tracy right up about to trigger it from center pool. And now we should see some action. Here goes Denninger out of the hole, sets a screen, and then goes back in. You got 2. Denninger's wide open. They missed her. It's a good play.
Looks like they're trying to get it to lock instead.
Yeah, it looked like Denninger was coming in. You said it. She was going to be sort of a decoy. But then she kind of slipped that screen she set and was open on the far side, and they just didn't see her. You can see Denninger right there, and the pass just didn't make it over to her.
There's another long pass. This one off the crossbar. Ball up for grabs. Locke will come away with it.
They got numbers if she goes over. Oh, good defense coming up and taking that early infraction early. Just don't want a double whistle.
Three and a half minutes to go in the match. A long shot save made by Kane.
Lynch with the shot there. The Eagles, they're going to have to take some more chances. You saw how they were dropping back into the passing lane earlier in the match. You can see Denninger doing that just now. She's really guarding that hole, allowing Olsen just to stand out by herself.
A nice flip pass. Shot clock will run out.
Again, we were talking about the Hornets might switch up and play clock. I don't think they were really looking for a shot on the net that possession.
Skyline looking for the equalizer.
Denninger on the other side of the pool. Here she is. Oh, errant pass though.
She'll go and recover it and flip it towards the net. Oh, just hitting the corner.
Inches away.
Just trying to drop it in there in that far corner.
Oh, and she eyeballed that. A lot of contact. Here's a turnover.
Eagles looking to take advantage.
A lot of time on the shot clock, though. Oh. But just some. It's going to be a timeout called by Saline. Oh, that's a lot of contact there. The official is asking for the ball, and it was a timeout called by the Hornets. They didn't have possession of the ball. How did they get timeout?
Must have been a quick touch. You saw the referee over on the far side of the pool. She indicated a touch and then granted the timeout.
Well, you can see that'll leave the Hornets with only one timeout. They're really trying to set up their defense, I would assume, with that stoppage of play.
2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go.
Well, looking at that replay, I'm not sure what happened there to precipitate the call. Was there a penalty or was there a... It was a quick timeout.
Well, for a quick timeout, both teams are taking their time on the side of the pool, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like the officials are having a discussion about who the timeout should be applied to, because one official is looking over at the scorer's table and motioning over to the official that called the timeout.
And the scoreboard indicates that that was a Saline timeout.
So full 30-second shot clock here for the Hornets. Possession of the ball. See if the Eagles will do some more gambling like they did the last possession, trying to get a turnover.
Skyline looking for an opportunity, and past the goalkeeper Tracy and into the net. And Saline takes a 2-goal advantage, 4-2. 1:52 to go in the match.
I believe that was the second goal there for Sydney Anderson out top and just over the outstretched arms of Tracy. Tried to time this one out. Maybe probably would have done a better job with two hands going up there, Pete.
Looked like it faked out the goalkeeper just a little bit.
You saw her go to the right, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, she faked like she was going to the right.
Kind of dropped her shoulder and then couldn't get back in time.
This is a 2-goal advantage. This might be insurmountable at this stage of the match.
Under a minute and a half to go. Hornet ball. They're definitely taking their time on this possession.
Oh yeah, this is let's eat up the clock and not even throw the ball up. This should be a penalty for the integrity of the game.
Delay a game?
Not all integrity. You got to play.
It's the four corners offense from college basketball back in the day.
These kids don't know about that.
I know. Look
That's
it up.
black and white TV, man.
Use the old Googler.
They're shooting three-pointers before the game starts now, so there's no four corners anymore.
No, but that's what that typified.
And so now we get a timeout for the Eagles, and you can see Coach Godick over on the side. She is about to try to dial something up for this final minute of play.
It's going to have to be a couple of quick ones.
Well, and it's important, right? Because these two teams aren't finished. They could be facing off next week. But the winner is going to be the overall seed. They're going to be, number one.
They'll have the home pool advantage, right?
Right now, it looks like the home pool advantage is going to that number one seed, yes.
Both teams back out into the middle of the pool. There's a nice pass.
Just like the Eagles are a little bit hesitant when they're right on the doorstep. They're trying to get a firm shot when maybe a quick shot would do.
There's a high shot and defended by Kane.
Well, that'll probably do it for this match.
They can work off all but about 8 seconds of the clock. And Saline up 2 pretty much spells the doom. I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio replay by Chloe Hill. Graphics by Dana Denha. Cameras, Jason Broniak and Taylor Eads. Thanks for all your great work in the truck and behind the cameras. And that'll do it. And Saline, on the road, will come away with a 4-2 victory over the Skyline Eagles.
Well, I tell you, Pete, it was a fantastic match from the beginning until the end of it. We saw a lot of defense. We saw some good playing going by the coaches coming in and drawing up some good plays. But I just want to say thank you to all of our cameramen and thank you to our directors for a fantastic season. I mean, this year of CTN Sports Game of the Week, it's been just a blast.
I always have a lot of fun every time I do these games. And I've been doing it for a long time, Kevin.
Well, yeah, you're pushing 26
This is
years?
my 26th year of broadcasting for Community Television Network.
Well,
And I always have fun doing it. I still enjoy doing it, and I'll do it for as long as we'll have me. Oh, once again, the final from the campus of Skyline High School. It is the Saline Hornets 4 and the Skyline Eagles 2.